MK1 Ghostface fatality is the best fatality in the game, in my opinion, at least so far. I just feel that the Ghostface fatality brings back in reminiscence to what we recognize Mortal Kombat 2 be. A dark horror appeal, kind of like Ultimate MK3, real eerie and dark, gruesome. I gotta give a major props on that. And then sticking to the lore, of course, of Scream, having multiple Ghostfaces. The official Chaos Range trailer just dropped today. It was a massive stretch, showing off that Ghostface fatality inside the trailer, and I think it's just to get people excited. And it's working. Also, Kitana and Smoke animalities. To top everything off, MK1 announces it's going to be their longest combat cast yet. Hopefully, it's the comeback of the year that we need. MK1 does something very shocking. They actually reveal a Ghostface fatality #1. And as we know in MK1, we get 2 fatalities. And so we finally see the first one, which in my opinion looks probably one of the best fatalities in the game thus far, just due to the delivery of it and the lore behind it and just trust me, go check it out. We're not gonna do a full spoiler on that, but MK1 really dropping in hot with that. They also announced that there's gonna be a combat cast that is gonna have much more information, so that's gonna be exciting. I'm not on Ghostface particularly, but just overall in hindsight, just what they're looking to do this next season, and I'm very excited about that. And if you have been on this channel, you hear me say how many times I am excited for MK1 Year 2. I feel that year 1, it has been a year later also. I dropped that video previously. Make sure you drop your thoughts on that too. I talk about just how I felt that it was a hype launch. It kind of went weird in the middle of it, and then it's starting to catch some flames again. And I think right now they're at their most to really bring as much of a casual audience back to the game. So it is cool. They also showed off some animalities, like they have Smoke animality, Kitana animality. Obviously, because the content is or the DLC expansion is dropping within a week. It's like in 6 days or something like that. So of course they're going wild, just dropping all this stuff, which is cool. This was content we were looking for when this game first dropped. Now again, lots of things matter when you're dropping stuff like this. The Ghostface actually looks phenomenal, by the way. Noob looks great. I'm so excited for Noob and Ghostface this expansion pack, hands down. And I think everybody else should be excited for those two. Those two are going to be monumental in this game. And the fact that we did get Jason back in Mortal Kombat X, which was so cool, Jason X. And then we also get a Ghostface right now in MK1. But we haven't got Michael Myers, while Michael Myers just recently launched right now on Call of Duty The Hunting. It sucks. I wish we had a Myers actual show up in Mortal Kombat. Maybe they can make that deal happen at some point, but we're all gonna just hope and wish. But yeah, MK1 catching some heat. I like the animality idea so far. I don't think they're cringe. I'm not really against them. I don't think they look as fun as they once were when you saw the old OG version of animalities. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. There's something to it right now that doesn't really catch on to me right now. Maybe they have to grow on me. A lot of the content did have to grow on me in Mortal Kombat, but they showed off some new skins also at the end of the trailer, so that was pretty cool. Showed off the official launch trailer, which is why we are talking about the Ghostface fatality. Launch trailer was cool. It went in depth with everything. Showed a little bit more stuff, a little bit more gruesome things also that you can't really just show on videos. So that's why I am talking about a lot of it. But they do have the right idea. MK1 is on an incline, in my opinion. I feel that they can really make this game great. If you are like me, you are a massive fan that it's like, please come back to greatness. Make the cameo system as fast as you can. Make them all broken, whatever you got to be doing. Make way more characters top tier. Please help out Scorpion and Sub-Zero. These characters bring tons of money. It's ironic to me that characters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero are still not really buffed to this day, unless like Scorpion Pharaoh as of right now, and then Sub-Zero in totality would just be safe zero for the most part. But still, like, you know, the damage aspect on Sub-Zero, you know, once he gets damaged, he's basically the best character in the game, though. That's just kind of what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So we need those characters top tier, though, just because of, and it's weird because MK1 loves their money, so I don't know why they still haven't done that. A little bit more credible, faster gameplay where casuals can pick back up once again. I like to really refer to the Tekken 8 right now really in their MKX phase because it's very aggressive, it's very fast, not scrubby enough to the point where you still had to do a lot of ideological stuff, defense and counters and mechanisms to at least win the game. There's a lot of 50-50s and mix-ups, but it's just enough to where casuals and pros can enjoy the game at the same time. So I hope that Mortal Kombat can get to a point where they stop trying to dip their toes into being too competitive, trying to slow down the whole system with the cameos and trying to force that way into that. That was kind of year one. This is an experimental game. There hasn't been this type of notoriety since MK9 when they had their tag team aspects. So this is the closest we get to a quote-unquote tag variation. Now, what I wanted, and I asked a massive poll too, and I really want to talk about this also. On the poll, I asked really good questions about what Mortal Kombat should be working on in year two. So we're going to go ahead and break down some of those right now. So let's break down some of the things that y'all talked about. One was, I said it's officially 1 year old. What should MK1 focus more come year two? I put additional game modes, classic skins, classic jukebox, faster gameplay, and achievements and content. So I want to go over the first one. Additional game modes is what we really need, right? I know a lot of people don't like invasions. Probably everybody doesn't like invasions, but additional game modes, that could mean a lot of things, right? Just like the way back when Deception was, Armageddon, and all that stuff. Whatever game modes that we love that were just kind of mini game modes in there, similar to what Tekken does with Tekken Ball to this day. We just need more game modes for people to just enjoy when they're chilling, when they don't want to do Combat League and just go to sleep with invasions. I think that would be very cool. Maybe I like to do test your luck a lot. Just for the sake of like viewership. Like I like to do stuff with viewers when I would stream often. I don't stream as much anymore, but when I would stream often, test your luck was really fun because it allowed us to just really engage. It made it funnier, very comical. It made for great clips. It was just hilarious of what was happening, especially when you do viewership battles and sub battles. I like to do that with my aspects and my people and my fam a lot. So I think a thing like test your luck is something that I always rave for the most because it's just hilarious all the possible options that they would choose, especially in MK9. And it's mad funny. So hopefully additional game modes, that's one. And of course, kart racing and just everything that MK has done in the past, or maybe like a mini aspect of like Shaolin monks within the game, just whatever game modes you can bring that are like fun, silly, lighthearted, but that still bring the origin of what Mortal Kombat is. I think that'd be fun, right? Kind of like the way they made Sub-Zero mythologies. Like that should have been a game mode within a game. I think like an actual titled game instead of just a full spinoff. That would have been pretty fun too. So additional game modes, it has the biggest vote on that. But I also touch base on everything else like classic skins, classic jukebox, classic skins, which they have been doing. I have been crying for classic skins. So I'm glad on year two that is something that we're really looking into because classic skins are huge, right? The 95 skins now, the Deception skins, the Deadly Alliance skins that we see, just everything. Ultimate MK3 skins. We also got the new one coming around. We got some Sub-Zero good classic skin again coming around. So just lots of stuff that really make it feel like Mortal Kombat. Classic stages, aesthetics really matter to a game, in my opinion. It feels like Mortal Kombat. You don't have to just be nostalgia bait, but give us the option to just have fun with different things, right? Tekken has a jukebox. Street Fighter as a jukebox. So I am crying for something else for Mortal Kombat. I wanted the skins. We got the skins. I'm going to keep raving about the classic jukebox. Bring us music like Ultimate MK3 or just all the Living Forest themes that we love or just everything. Just, you know exactly what stage, the subway stages from Ultimate MK3 or MK9 music. Whatever you loved in Mortal Kombat, please bring us a jukebox and just mix it all up and let us choose whatever we want for random things. Or just hit a random playlist. So everything we can love and adore from OG MKs really be on these games. Then I also put faster gameplay. That was the second most highest percentage. So the first highest percentage being additional game modes, the second highest percentage being faster gameplay. And I do want to make a separate video about all these stuff because I'm going to go more in depth breaking down. I just wanted to kind of show you all the results of it. I think I do want to make another video in terms of just talking about like how that could really help Mortal Kombat 1, you know what I mean? But faster gameplay, MK9, MKX style, I feel, in my opinion, is always going to be somewhat there in a higher vote because we all miss that gameplay of what makes Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat. Doesn't have to be cracked out, but it does have to be faster than what it is currently because it does feel like a weird, I would say, now it has gotten better since the Ermac launch, but it still feels like a weird, even Injustice felt faster at times, so I don't know why. I don't know, man. There's just something there. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, man. It's something there is not grasping onto the faster gameplay that we really need. The cameo system does make it faster with Chameleon and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. It's something there that's not fast enough. Unless you're a high level player, you make the game look fast for sure. But for those that are a little bit more casual, it's really clunky and it's slow. It's still very heavy. A lot harder for the inputs at time. This is probably one of the harder MK input games to do, aside from 11, at least for the most part. But since you have a cameo system, it makes it very tough to really get it rolling and flowing. So that's just a lot of the feedback I always get on my videos too. Then you have achievements and content where I talked about where the crypt. That's going to be the number one thing in the crypt. I know there is a warrior shrine coming around, so I'm excited to see what that's all about also. I think just content in totality we need. We've been getting some aesthetics, we've been getting some stuff, so maybe some other type of achievements and everything like that that we can get would be fun. Again, that probably goes more into like the invasions aspect of where we can get achievements and content, but it's just a boring ass grind, right? We know Call of Duty camo grinds are boring, but the invasions grind on MK1 is not as fun at all, man. So that's something that we really have to work on, I think. Mortal Kombat, something where we actually want to get on and get some content. The free skins has been great, where you just log in and you get a free skin. That's cool to try to keep players like at least floating around, be like, okay, what's new on Mortal Kombat, what's going on today? And if they see it's nothing for the most part, they get the skin, they peace out. So those are the 4 options I felt, on top of what I think that year 2 should really be focusing on. But a lot of it is additional game modes. So it shows that casuals love to play this game, because additional game modes is verifying that not just online gameplay all the time, but things that where they can do aside from like tower, aside from invasions. Although that sounds like a lot already, towers, invasions, and then you also have the online stuff. I hope we get more, something that really continues to make the replayability, because we are getting that story mode. The story mode is fantastic so far. Is it perfect? No, but the damn cinema, like for a fighting game, Mortal Kombat has knocked it out the park with at least being grade A storyline. Not the best, but it is delivery and it's quality. It looks great. So I hope they can continuously bring more stuff. But aside from that, the Combat Cast is going to break more stuff down tomorrow, and I'm excited for that. So I'll be having a video on that, so make sure you hit us up. And then also, there's going to be a lot more in-depth stuff coming around soon, especially that less than a week the DLC is coming out, man. So I'm excited. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts, though. If y'all haven't already, check out the Ghostface Fatality. It is cool. It's reminiscent of a lot of good stuff, and man, in my opinion, it's dope as shit. All right, man, I appreciate y'all. Peace.